A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising move amid ongoing immigration restrictions, the Trump administration is set to bring a small group of white South Africans to the United States as refugees on Monday. This development marks the initiation of what officials describe as a larger-scale relocation effort aimed at providing refuge for those claiming persecution in their home country. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller confirmed the plan, stating, "What's happening in South Africa fits the textbook definition of why the refugee program was created. This is race-based persecution." This announcement comes on the heels of the Trump administration's broader crackdown on immigration, which has included the suspension of various refugee programs and a freeze on funding for resettlement agencies. Critics argue that the prioritization of white South Africans for refugee status raises significant questions about the criteria being used to determine eligibility, especially in light of the administration's history of limiting refugee admissions from other regions, including Iraq and Afghanistan. The initial group of refugees will consist of about 50 individuals who will receive assistance with housing, groceries, and other essential needs. The Trump administration has indicated that it could eventually admit as many as 1,000 Afrikaners this year. This initiative is part of a fast-tracked application process that was announced in February, which aims to support those leaving South Africa due to alleged government-sponsored discrimination based on race. Elon Musk, a prominent South African-born entrepreneur, has weighed in on the debate, asserting that there is a political push in South Africa promoting a narrative of white genocide. However, this claim has been met with skepticism and denial by many experts and officials in South Africa. Gareth Newham, head of the Justice and Violence Prevention Program at the Institute of Security Studies, stated that the notion of a targeted white genocide is fueled by far-right groups in the U.S. and does not reflect the reality of crime in South Africa, which affects all racial groups. The South African government has vehemently denied allegations of persecution against Afrikaners. Crispin Feirai, spokesperson for the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation, criticized the U.S. decision as politically motivated and a misrepresentation of the country's democratic progress since the end of apartheid. Feirai emphasized that Afrikaners are among the wealthiest and most economically privileged groups in South Africa, contradicting claims of systemic discrimination. The debate surrounding this refugee program has highlighted the complexities of race relations in South Africa, where Afrikaners, descendants of Dutch and French settlers, make up a small percentage of the population but own a significant portion of the land. The South African government has introduced laws to address historical injustices related to land ownership, but no land has been seized under these new policies as of yet. The U.S. administration's claims of race-based persecution are largely rooted in a small number of violent incidents targeting white farmers, which the South African government insists are not racially motivated, but part of broader crime trends affecting all communities. As the first group of Afrikaners prepares to arrive at Dulles International Airport, the implications of this controversial refugee program continue to unfold. Advocacy groups have raised concerns about the disparate treatment of these refugees compared to other displaced populations, questioning the motivations behind the administration's focus on this particular demographic. With tensions surrounding immigration policies at an all-time high, the arrival of these refugees serves as a flashpoint in the ongoing national conversation about race, privilege, and the responsibilities of a nation to its most vulnerable populations. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.